Alright, let's see how good this is. We are not going to play first, and we have 3 lands and a bunch of good cards we can play, and they're all on curve, which is extremely exciting, so we will not mulligan. And let's see where we get. We also have 2 forests, which is good. It means that we're well on our way to... I do not know what this is. Really? People play that? Okay, maybe his deck is super greedy. We will play our considerably better 1-drop. And pass the turn. And we'll get that unruly mob down early. And hopefully we'll just curve out perfectly. Well, I guess if he kept a 1-lander, that could be pretty good. He'll get to fix his colors. And play a 1-drop. Really? I've never seen this card. Makes a 3/2 if I don't cast spells. That's actually pretty good. Well, there's a Geist Flame we can't cast, so... But that's okay, I don't mind. Eventually that card will be worth it when we find one of our 2 mountains, and... Okay, so he's going to get his transformation because we didn't cast any spells, and neither did he. I don't know if that was worth it or not. There's another torch. We could torch his guy, and play another torch and equip it, but I'd actually rather play this villagers. And then next turn we still have that option, and that would be us not casting a spell. Like next turn we can equip the torch and use it with our mana, get some value out of our mana, and not play a spell to try to turn on our werewolf. In the meantime, we'll probably just go ahead and take 3 here. The other thing we could do is block and trade and get a 2/2 unruly mob, but I don't want to trade my 3-drop for his 1-drop. So we'll just see what's what. Okay. And that would have been a bad play because he would have Fester-hided us. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna not play anything because it'll look like I'm trying to do it just to get the get this trigger, but what I'm actually gonna set him up for is a Midnight Haunting EOT, and well, I guess I would have equipped the torch if I didn't have anything, but not much I can do about that. I would have really liked to draw a land there, because then I could have equipped the torch and held up the Midnight Haunting, and it would not have looked as suspicious as it does now. Also, trading the Midnight Haunting for this guy will put 2 counters on the Unruly Mob, which puts us in very good shape. So I guess we'll just see. Fortunately for us, he's... Ooh, that's annoying. But, like I said, fortunately for us, he is pre-combat tapping out, so we don't have to worry about any tricks. And... not attacking because of this guy. Makes sense. We'll go ahead and put our men out there. We'll see his 2 spirits. So we can double torch here if we want to. Using our spirits. I think I'm just going to put the torch on a spirit, play the other torch, put that on a spirit, and that should pretty much shut him down from attacking. I feel like with the deck we have and the cards we have in it, we're going to probably win the long game every time. So, I'm not too worried about a board stall. This guy annoys me, but I have my own. I also have a Rebuke that can take care of that, and if he tries to get creative, I can use the blazing torches to lower his creature count. So yeah, he's not attacking anytime soon, that I would think. If he bashes with this guy, he probably has some kind of combat trick. I don't get what's taking him so long unless he has a combat trick and is trying to figure out how to use it. For instance, he could have that +2/+0 flashback thing. But it doesn't look like he has anything. Land? Alright, there's a land. So now we get to get a little further ahead by playing this man. Like I said, I'm perfectly alright with the board being clogged because I have a lot of really great cards in my deck that I know about. And if he just wants to play land go until I draw an Essence of the Wild, then I'm more than okay with that. So now I have to make a bit of a decision. I may want to move the Blazing Torches so that next turn if I play this Gallows Warden I can get in there with the 1-2 spirits, but I don't know about that. He could always double block, but still I need to start doing something here. I like having the torches on things that he's not going to want to kill, so we'll just leave that be for now. I could be in really bad shape if he has some huge bomb of his own, but he has 6 mana, so if he could play it, he would. I could go for a mountain right here. Okay, so he has that guy that I ended up cutting. This could be annoying. Bonds of Faith. So I could put Bonds of Faith on the Unruly Mob. I can't put it on the Geist, Honored Monk, because that would wreck me. I could put it on this guy, but I think a much... See, now if I attack with a Spirit, I lose the use of the torch, and that I could have avoided by just playing more intelligently. I think for now, I'm going to just put down the Gallows Warden. The Gallows Warden on his own is a flyer and is big enough to start doing some damage through the air. And that should be enough to get something going here. I don't like this situation because if he puts some equipment or something on that, it could be a long game. Alright, that I do not care about. Does he have anything? No, he does not. Alright, so now we're going to get in there with our little dude. We're going to do 3 in the air until he makes some kind of move. Play our land. There's nothing here we want to pacify, so the best play is to just put down the guard. The guard gives us 2 more spirits if he is foolish enough to attack into it. Hopefully we draw Essence of the Wild, because then we can just go nuts with this guy. Because if they kill him, I'll get 2 6/6s, and that's... You don't want that if you are my opponent. These torches can go to the face, so if we get them low enough, then for sure we'll want to do that. Alright, let's just get in there. 3 in the air. I should have played the mountain first in case he blocked with a spirit and did some kind of pump thing. Then I could use the Geist Flame on the spirit instead of having to spend a blazing torch. So that's a small leak for me. I don't really see anything that... No. My man is being rebuked. Well, that's disappointing. I will accept my bonuses. So now I have a 5/4 trample, and that matches up really well with the rest of his team. I could also make it a 7/6 trample, but I'd actually rather save that removal spell in case he plays something huge. That does not qualify. So I could Geist Flame that, but I'd actually rather get rid of the Spirit tokens and go back through the air. So let me just go ahead and do that. Geist Flame on your man. Ooh, there's a Brimstone Volley, so that's really good for me. Let's see here. I will put a torch on... Let me see if I can figure out everything I want to do this turn. I got Brimstone Volley if he tries to group block, and I've got Brimstone Volley to go at his face. I think I'm just going to put the torch on over here. I don't want to use the pacifism. If I attack for 5, if he blocks with this, I can shoot it with a torch. So I think I'm going to do that. I want to put him in a situation where he has to block with a couple of creatures, because if he gets to where he's double blocking or just taking damage because he doesn't have good blocks, then my blazing torches and the burn in my hand get a lot better. I mean, assuming I can trigger Morbid at some point, I have 9 points of burn on the table. Whereas if he tries to like gang up on this guy, then I can use the torches to make his blocks really bad and get extra value. So I really just want to capitalize here. I'm willing to trade the torch and the militia for the 7/7, should he choose to make that. But my guess here is that he'll probably just take 6 and trade off the spirits, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So his lumber knot is getting big, but it's not going to help him because it doesn't have any trample or anything like that, and I can just chump it and make more spirits. So I could go to his face with the Brimstone Volley here. I think you can make a case for that line of play because it puts him to 6. But I have plenty of mana, and I'm almost certain that I'm going to get a chance to trigger Morbid again. I would like to sneak in a few more points of damage so that the Brimstone Volley is lethal. Oh, I forgot about the Geist Flame, so that would have basically put him at 1 life. Okay, so if he doesn't play a flyer here, I'm going to go ahead and flashback the Geist Flame, taking him to 10. And then attack him for 1 in the air. Let's see what he says about this. If he attacks here, I'm less willing to use the torch to create a favorable situation. Really? He's attacking with just this? So if I put a 4/6 in front of it, then I actually think I'm just going to go ahead and take the 3. I don't feel like he can kill me from this position. I'm going to attack with this next turn to guarantee that I trigger Morbid, and then that should be enough to kill him. So we'll go ahead and Geist Flame this guy down to 10. And that's kind of a signal that I have something, but I really don't think there's a whole lot he can do about it. So let's do this. The only thing he could have that I could think of is that thing where you gain 2 life for each card in the graveyard, like if he trades with me here. But I'm pretty sure he has to block and kill this or he dies, just to the torches. So it looks like this is going to get it done. This is kind of why I wanted these in here, because like you can just steal games. Like we're about to just steal a game here with that. Okay, he's at 9. Now he's at 4. Now he's at 2. I really hope he doesn't have anything, because if he does, I'm actually just dead. Alright, we got there. So I didn't see a whole lot of spirits that like I actually want to kill. This guy could be decent. Moment of heroism, maybe. Do you have any enchantments? I don't know. I think our burn is good. I think our anti-flying guy is good. Naturalize. I should play my own lumber knot to counteract his. This was kind of annoying. Although we just kind of let it sit there. But if it's gonna get into a long drawn out thing, then maybe, well, I think we definitely have better high end stuff. I'll just keep it the way it is.